Good morning, traders. This morning and today I'm looking at the core CPI for Canada. I'm particularly interested in the month-on-month and the year-on-year readings. The Bank of Canada has recently risen rates. They surprised the market with the hike. It was on the 6th of September. And then just 7 days later, you had the GDP figures that came out at 4.5% versus the expected 3.7%. And just everything has been, I can think of very few data points that has been negative for Canada recently. So all the expectation has been economy's doing great. Hiking seems to be a good path to take. However, the lack of inflation has meant that there's been a bit of criticism for the Bank of Canada. So one of the Bank of Montreal's chief economist, Doug Porter, came out and said that the Bank of Canada hasn't communicated this latest interest rate decision. It sort of came a little bit out of the blue, and they're saying, why is the Bank of Canada raise rates with inflation being still low? And he's got a point, because it is still below their stated 2% target, and it's shy of their 1% bottom range. However, the Bank of Canada's senior deputy governor, Carolyn Wilkins, defended the move and saying that, okay, although inflation is in the lower part of the range, we got to understand that inflation targeting is a forward-looking business. And so if we choose our policy rate based on where inflation is today, you'll make a mistake. So she's saying, yeah, it's coming, we're on the right tracks. So any uptick in inflation data today on both the core and the month-on-month data release will be viewed by the Bank of Canada as a vindication of their forward-looking policy, and the market will most likely accept it too, and that will consider it a sign that inflation is rising as anticipated, and the Bank of Canada will therefore raise rates further. So that's what I'm thinking, and if that happens, there's going to be an immediate rise in the Canadian dollar. People are going to keep buying the Canadian dollar as people start to price in another rate rise, and the good thing about this, there's no other top tier data out to conflict with this CAD data coming out. And if it does get an uptick, then I'm already in, actually, and I'll show you where I'm already in, because I'm just feeling very confident on this move going into it. I'm already in the CAD yen. So I bought the CAD yen last night, and I bought it round the top here, and I'm confident in this move, so I've just put my stops quite low down here, sort of 89.14 on the weekly candle. So if there is any fluctuation, I'm going to see what the data brings out. I don't want to miss the move. So if the data comes out really, really soft and price starts to drop down here, well, I'm just going to pull it for a less of a loss. But when I was looking at the charts, the thing I like about there's a hidden bullish divergence here. You've got a little swing here. Got a swing here. That low is swinging than that low on the RSI. We got higher lows all the way up here. So an obvious uptrend. So there is a slight bullish divergence. I thought, well, I also want to get in on that. The other trade that I'm in, just to show you, is the dollar yen trade. Now, I'll explain why I got this in. I saw this and I saw like price was up here. This was after the FOMC minutes, and the market didn't really grab those minutes and say that's fantastic, and the jury's still out whether that's actually bullish for the US dollar or not. However, I just happened to be up at the night, and I just flicked on the screens and I saw price had dropped down here, and it had dropped down here on the news that Kim Jong-un had been talking about President Trump's UN speech, and how he's not very happy about it at all, and then how the diplomat for North Korea was saying that North Korea might consider detonating a nuclear bomb in the Pacific Ocean. And I was just thinking about that, and I was thinking, they're not going to do that. And even the language we might consider, it's just further rhetoric. People might consider all sorts of things. It's not like he's going to do it. And also, is it a big surprise that maybe more nuclear tests are on the way? No, it isn't. So I thought, you know what? So I bought here at 111.76, and I'm here at 112. I'm going to watch this, but I want to be playing up here, minimum for this area, possibly see if we can make a break. But it was just a good place to get in on that retrace. This was an obvious place to get in. You had the, let's have a look. I should just put a Fibonacci on this. brain's gone. Anyway, there it is. Okay, forget that for now. I just had a brain freeze. But basically, it's a retrace of around just underneath the 50% fib retracement, and on top of this recent support level 100. So it's a good place to get in. You can see the market thought so too. On we go. Okay, nuclear war hasn't started, so that's why I'm in those two positions. If you like, if you want to see how the positions panned out, there they currently are at the moment. 26 pips for dollar yen in the green, and 21 pips underwater for the CAD yen position. Okay guys, have a good day trading. Thanks for listening. If you liked the video, hit like. If you want to hear more of these videos, hit subscribe. And if you want to see the outcome of this trade, just hit the link at the bottom of the video. Cheers guys, bye.